Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign, though they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. I just want to say a massive thank you so much to all of you for sending me well wishes while I was sick and allowing me to take time out. It really does mean a lot, and it was much needed. All right, especially if I was going to get all of this year ahead stuff to you, which by the way is oncoming. So with that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to give these a shuffle. Ooh, okay, so I've just thrown them all over the place and there's one card that is the right way up. Okay, so this week you have the Tower card. So the Tower card is kind of all bets are off, right? This is a week where things are likely to be shaken up in some way, shape or form. There is potentially shocks and revelations coming in. But the thing about the Tower card, sometimes this is just a personal realization, all right? Sometimes this is just a moment of personal clarity that comes in and completely shatters an old paradigm or a way of viewing something. Now, that being said, the Tower is a very disruptive energy, so keep that in mind. It is possible that it could be a little bit of an interesting week, all right? So in all of these different sectors of life, let's see what comes up. So you've got the Knight of Wands for your actions and options. You've got the Knight of Wands for your actions and options. So this suggests that over the course of this week, there are, for some of you, this might see you needing to take a journey very quickly. All right, so this could be like literally someone phones you and says, look, I need you to be here for any number of reasons. It doesn't have to be bad. It just means that this is likely to come sort of left of field. The other thing that this could show up as well, I do want to say to you this week, please be very careful with things like road rage, driving crazy, driving erratic, especially because you've got the Tower as the key to the week. And then in terms of the options that are available to you, this may actually be, for some of you, this could be someone says to you, oh, by the way, do you want to come to, I'm going on holiday. The person that booked the other ticket isn't able to make it. Do you want to come? For others, this could be, maybe someone's got a concert ticket. There could be something, it is the Knight of Wands, so this does suggest it's going to be something very active. So it could be sports, it could be a concert or a show, something of those, of that kind of nature. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Six of Pentacles, right? So very nice. The thing with this card, especially in this position, because we're talking about communications, this is what I like to call karmic debts repaid, right? It sees us getting the opportunity to see a wrong righted in some way. Now, the Six of Pentacles is actually a transactional energy as well. So when it comes to your communications this week, there could be big moments of realization where you realize something has been quite unfair. It could be that you see something in your own behavior where you kind of say to yourself, actually, you know what, I could have done that better. It's almost like a moment of pure self-honesty that actually sort of gets you to communicate sort of clearer and maybe even a little bit better in some way. It could also see a lot of you extending a hand of support or some kind of charity to a friend, to a colleague. In some way, shape or form, this is you reaching out. And it might come very suddenly or spontaneously. Now, when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could be a disruption to your funding. So if you're applying to it, or there's something going on with that, or something that you're waiting for, it could be a disruption to that. So be that mindful about that. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, look, one way that this could show up for you, it could be that you are, maybe you're wanting more money in your job. It could be that you are offered more money, but the responsibility that comes with that extra cash flow, it's almost like it doesn't really add up. So it's almost like you're in between a rock and a hard place for some of you. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this could be a bill or an expense that comes in through your business that you don't expect, but it could just as easily be that this week you make more money through your business, and it's almost like you can't really figure out what it is that you did to make it. There's definitely a word of mouth thing going on here in the behind the scenes, I think, for a lot of you. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, one way that this potentially shows up is you could end up, excuse me, footing the bill for somebody, almost like out of the blue or in a way that you don't expect. So, you know, definitely worth considering. Now, the other thing that I do want to say, your life path readings are up and out there for your viewing pleasure, or should I say they will be released as of Monday. They won't all be released in one go. They're going to be released in, you know, consecutive mini batches. So look out for those. And obviously, as always, your year ahead astro horoscopes are going to be released on the same day. So those will be up and out there. And I have something very special for you this year that I have worked really hard on. If you are interested in energy work, if you've ever taken my Mindset Magic course, or if you've ever done any of the energy work with me, for those of you that have had sessions with me, you are going to love this. You can do it in your own time, and it's going to support you getting the most out of 2024 that you absolutely can, right? This is it has the potential to be a really incredible year, so stay tuned. All right, now for your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Cups. So this is about nurturing and nourishing your relationships in some way, shape or form. And for those of you that are single, look, you got this with the Tower card. Look, if you are single and you're sort of mixing up with someone and there's someone in the mix, let's say, one way that this might show up is you kind of just want to, you know, you want something a bit more casual, a bit more fun, maybe like a little hit it and quit it, right? And the other person straight away sort of comes in catching those feels. Watch out for this, because, you know, the Queen of Cups suggests that it's actually a very good match potentially. It might just be that it sort of becomes or feels a bit smothering like really early on, and you're kind of trying to work out, well, okay, well, we just met, or we've, you know, not been dating that long, or I thought it was just casual, and now all of a sudden you want way more than that. For those of you that are, watch out for watch out for potential pitfalls or power struggles in relationships here, or certainly a bit of a give and take thing going on. For those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments, this might actually be that your partner springs a surprise bill on you or something of that nature, or maybe they say something to you that has you kind of go, okay, well, I'm going to need to take care of this then. And then when it comes to your money and materials, you have the Three of Cups. This is beautiful. So for some of you, this is potentially an old way of making money coming in. It could also be an old colleague gets in touch about some sort of work that's available to you. The other thing with the Three of Cups, this could be spending money on good times and pleasure and enjoyment, but with the combination here with that Knight of Wands, you could overspend, right? It's almost like, well, I'm having such a good time, I don't care what it costs, until maybe the credit card bill comes in at the end of the month, right? So just watch out for this. Watch out for your own impulsive nature. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Three of Cups represents your stomach. So this, especially with the Tower card, I would be very careful with overindulging. If you like a bit of a tipple, maybe set yourself a 4 or 5 drink limit and leave it at that. Just because, you know, this with the Tower card, there's a possibility here, a touch wood. I do not now, never have and never will condone drink driving or anything like that. Please, please, please do not chance it. All right, just do not chance it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. It's not worth somebody else's life. Please do not do that. Okay, now, finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is really lovely because it looks like you could either be going to you could be visiting family members, or they could be visiting you, but it's almost like very spontaneous. It's not expected. Either you just turn up or they just turn up. And, you know, for me personally, I'm like, everyone that knows me knows, do not just turn up at my door, because I will turn the TV up while I'm watching it or while you're outside banging on the door. I jest, right? But kind of a similar sort of vibe to it. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Like I say, stay tuned, because Monday the 20th, all of the life path stuff, all of the year ahead astro tarot scopes, and that very, very special thing that I have to bring you is all going live. All right, so take care and I'll see you soon.